So hello dear students. So today our topic is greatest integer function x, its definition and properties. Okay, that we will see today. It is used for in 11th class, 11th and 12th IIT JEE Olympiads in KVPY. Y is equal to greatest integer x is an integer which is the greatest integer less than or equal to x. Now let's see the meaning of this. For example, if x is, let's say, 2.7, then what is the greatest integral value of x? The greatest integral value of 2.7 is defined as 2. Basically, what we are doing, if you plot it on a number line, and if you take all the integers, if you see all the integers on the left hand side of 2.7, which is 2, 1, 0 and all, the greatest integer which is on the left side of 2.7 is 2. So therefore 2.7 greatest integral value is 2. Let's take another example. If x equals to, let's say, minus 3.4, then what is greatest integral value of x? That is minus 3.4 greatest integral. So if you can see minus 3.4, okay, and here if I plot on the left hand side the greatest integral which is on the left hand side of minus 3.4 is minus 4. So the answer is greatest integral of minus 3.4 is minus 4. The previous case, if 2.7, we can write it like this: 2 plus 0.7. Okay, so this fractional part, this is what we call fractional value of x, that we will consider 2 only, which is the integral part. It is also known as integral part. Like minus 3.4 can be rewritten as minus 4 plus 0.6. So minus 4 is the greatest integral value, or simply the integral value of x, in which 0.6 is considered. It is defined as the fractional value. So the answer to the greatest integral value of this is minus 4. Okay, it should be noted here that this is not equal to greatest integer. We cannot write it like this: minus 3 minus 0.4 equal to minus 3. Why? Because the fractional part is always defined to be a positive number. Now if x is simply an integer, in that case, let's say minus 10, so greatest integral value of x would be what? It is minus 10 plus 0 we can write. So the fractional value is considered 0 here. It is minus 10. On the number line, for integer, we will take the same value. So we can say that greatest integral value of x is x only if x belongs to the set of integers. So now if I ask you, what if x is equal to, let's say, root 3, what is the greatest integral value of root 3? So yes, we can write it like this: root 3 as approximately 1.73, which is 1.73 is the fractional value of this. So answer is 1. Number line also we can check. This is root 3. This is 1, 0. The greatest integral on the left side of this real number will be chosen as 1. So in short, we can define greatest integer x if x can be expressed as some n plus f, such that n is an integer and f is something, a fraction, positive fraction between 0 and 1. In that case, this is n. That's how we can define greatest integer x. That capital Z represents set of integers. Now we'll see some properties of greatest integer of x. From the definition we know that greatest integer x is an integer, greatest integer, okay, on the left hand side of the number line, okay, which is less than or equal to x. So equality, we have seen that it is for when x is an integer. So greatest integer x is less than equal to x, but it is greater than x minus 1. Okay, for example, if x is 2.7, we can say that greatest integer x, which is 2 plus 0.7, that is 2, you can put here, it will satisfy this. 2.7 greatest integer x, 2.7, which is 2, minus 1, which is 1.7, less than equal to 2.7. So it is valid for all real x. Again, if greatest integer x is equal to n, where n is some integer, n belongs to set of some integers, then what is x? Then x is, if you think, you will get this. It is greater than equal to n, but less than n plus 1. How? Let's think about the proof. So using this here and substituting greatest integer x as n, we get an inequality. This and this will give you two inequalities. This and n is less than equal to x. If you add plus 1 both sides, this becomes n plus 1. And this can be rewritten as x greater than equal to n. Now, if we solve this, take the and means the intersection of the two inequalities. Like if you plot x less than n plus 1 on a number line like this, n plus 1, and x greater than equal to n, x greater than equal to n like this on the number line, where n is included here. So if you take the intersection of these two inequalities like this, you will get x greater than equal to n less than n plus 1 like this, n to n plus 1 like this. So for example, if let's say greatest integer of y is equal to 7, the question is y, what is the value of y? Find y, what is the range of y? So we can use this formula result. So instead of x, y is used here. So y, this n is 7. So we will write n equals to 7 here. And here less than, instead of n plus 1, we will write 7 plus 1. So it gives the answer as y 7 to 8. In interval form, we can write it as y belongs to closed interval 7 to open interval 8. So another thing that may come to our mind, that if from the same, in the reverse way, if it is given, if x is between n to n plus 1, then what is the greatest integral value of x? Can we say that from here to here also is n? Yes or no? So yes, answer is yes, that is also true. In fact, more aptly, if it is written as n to n plus some f, where f is also some fraction between 0 to 1, I can write it like this. Let's say if x is between, for example, it is from 4 to 4.6, then what is greatest integer x value? So still the greatest integral x would be n. So here the greatest integer x would be what? It would be 4. So it's not necessary that it covers from n to n plus 1, from n to some fraction also, but this is from 0 to 1, okay, then also it would be valid. Generally f equals to 0 we won't consider because it would be meaningless. So this is a rule.